everybody. Welcome to our Facebook Live. Today, actually, I'll just start with introductions. How about that? I am Tracy Mooney. I am the editor of Quilt Maker and Quilty magazines. And
I'm Lori Baker. I'm the acquisitions editor for the Quilting Company in our Golden, Colorado offices. I work with McCalls and Quilt Maker and all the Fons and Porter titles and Quilty. I'm also the editor for Fons and Porter's Love of Quilting.
Excellent. So today we are going to be talking about prepping for holiday sewing. It's a big time of year. I know every year around this time I start to see all kinds of awesome projects that I want to make for my loved ones. And some of them I should have probably planned a little earlier for. But if it's a small project, I usually try to fit it in. So we are going to talk a little bit about what we need to do to get ready for all the crazy sewing. So, Lori, what do you have here?
So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that my machine is in top running condition because I have 5 children and umpteen grandchildren and great-grandchildren, so I do a lot of sewing. For me, for as much as I sew, I get my machine serviced twice a year.
Wow.
For most of you, you don't sew nearly as much as I do. Once a year is good. Take it in, have the tech do a clean and check kind of thing, and that's a good thing. In between those tune-ups, things that you need to remember are, 1, change your needle frequently. They tell us 6 to 8 hours of sewing time is about all you should expect from a needle. I take that a little bit farther, and I say anytime my stitch quality looks weird, the first thing I do is change my needle. Rethread my machine, change my needle, check the stitch quality. Again, you'll usually find it's better.
I agree, and I also, if I forget, if I'm starting a new project, I change the needle.
Right.
So, and I'm with you, because sometimes something goes a little haywire, you bend the needle a little bit, and it's just not right.
Exactly. So. And you can bend it just doing something like stitching through an extra heavy spot where you've got lots of seams meeting.
Right.
So, change your needle. Clean your machine. It came with a little tiny brush like this. And you simply just have to wipe the lint off. When I get ready to clean my machine, I actually pop up the needle plate. Different machines, this is going to work differently. But on most of the newer machines, you can just pop it up right there. It's easier when you're in front of the machine.
Yes, it is.
And then you've just got this whole thing down in here that you can clean. You're going to find that in between the feed dogs catches a lot of lint, and just kind of wipe it out. Take your bobbin out. Again, this is way easier if you're in front of the machine. Oh.
You popped out everything.
I popped out everything.
Now I take out everything.
I was going to say, and on the newer machines where you can take this little guy out, go ahead and take it out, and just wipe down in there. Get all the lint.
You popped up some lint there.
Yes.
See? Look at that.
Yeah, and we
thought this one was pretty clean,
yeah,
too.
we thought it was fairly clean, but yes, there's lint coming up.
You found some more. I remember seeing or hearing a story. I think you told me this story. Go ahead and tell it.
So one of my friends owns a sewing store where she sells sewing machines, but she also has them serviced. A woman came in with her sewing machine to be serviced, and when she came back to pick it up, she got mad at my friend. She said, "You took the felt out from underneath the needle." Well, that felt was all the accumulated lint between the feed dogs.
You gotta wonder how she was getting a decent
A
stitch.
decent- yeah, exactly. So yeah, clean your machine. On the newer machines, They tell us that we don't have to oil, that they're
that's true.
self-lubricating, but I still oil mine, and I put just a drop of oil in the bobbin case. Just a drop.
Okay. So I know that that on my machine, it's got some crevices, and so I actually use a thin makeup brush, and I find it gets the lint out a little bit easier. It also sort of grabs it.
Yes.
Whereas the plastic bristles sometimes sort of brush them around. So I do that. I also have some little tiny, I got them at the sewing machine store, and they're a little tiny wand that has a little felt thing on, and I can get in all the little crevices, and that works really well too.
And if you go to a beauty supply shop, you can get a mascara wand, not a mascara with the mascara, just the wand. Little tiny brush, it works great.
A spoolie. That's what they call those, a spoolie.
Okay.
That's great. So I brought some tips for actually getting your projects together. One of my, and we should recap real quick. If you've joined, we're talking about prepping for holiday sewing, and I'm Tracy, and this is Lori, and we're with the Quilting Company, and we're sharing some of our favorite tips. So we just went over doing, prepping your machine and getting it cleaned and oiled and all of that in a tune-up. I want to talk about my favorite. Oh, go ahead.
One more thing. If you've got questions,
yes,
ask us your questions. We'd love to take a second or two and answer your questions and learn things from you too.
Agreed. Do we have any shout-outs, Carrie?
We do. The first thing is some people are having a little trouble hearing you, so if you could speak a little louder.
If we speak a little bit louder like this, can you hear us better?
We'll find out. I'll let you know.
We'll find out.
And then we also have a couple of hellos. Cynthia King says hello.
Hi, Cynthia.
Terry Lucas says morning, Tracy and Lori.
Good morning,
Hi,
Terry.
All right, so let's keep going.
All right. So this is one of my very favorite things, and you actually get it in the scrapbook department. They are called the Iris Scrapbook Case. This time of year, you can actually get them at McCalls for about $4. Sometimes you can get them at Costco in a stack of 5 for $12. So they're just a few dollars. But what I love about them is when I'm starting a new project, I grab one and I fill it with everything I need. So for instance, in this one, I have a purse, or it's a bag that I'm planning to make. I've got everything I need in here, and I actually cut this up a few months ago, and then we were moving, and I had to put the project aside. Well, everything is still in the case. I've got the zippers, I've got everything cut out and marked so that I know what it is. If there's a special thread, I put it in there. If there's a special fabric, I throw it in there, because sometimes I find the fabric and the pattern, and then they go into my sewing room and I forget about the project, and then I dip into the fabric for something else, and then I can't actually make it.
I've done that.
So this is a solution, and they stack beautifully, and so I've got a bunch of these with projects that are in process.
Things that I'm currently working on, and I frequently have 4 or 5 projects going at a time. I keep in great big Ziploc bags and hang them on the pegboard behind my cutting table.
That's a great idea too.
That works too.
So.
All the pieces and parts in one place.
I love it. Okay, so I think we're ready for the trunk show part.
So behind us, we have Bountiful Boxes by my friend Carrie Sawyer. It's made with Maywood fabric. Great, big, lovely quilt from Quilting Quickly.
Yes, indeed. And it is just, I just love it because it's so festive and pretty. And we actually, is this the one that we have another one with the similar? We do.
We do. We have
right.
another quilt with the same, or another project with the same
Yes.
fabric in a bit.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to start showing some of our sneak peeks of quilts that are in November, December issues. So some of them are coming out now. Some of them will be out in the next few weeks, but we're going to give you a sneak peek. So we are going to start with a project from Quilty. This is the November-December issue of Quilty. You know, if they can see it. This is the one you can look for on the newsstand. We're actually going to show you the cover project because it is pretty cool. So, this is a design for a table runner, a very small table runner, but a cute one by Dollinger. The fabric is from Moda, and it is grunge. And what I love about this project is that it is two-sided. So on this side we've got some beautiful fall leaves, and then Abby can just flip it when it's time for December to come around, and she's got a little Christmas topper.
Fun stuff.
Isn't that adorable?
Fun.
I love that one. So again, this one is from Quilty. All right, so we've got another runner here. So this one is by Denise Brussels, and it is called Gifts of the Season, and it is adorable. And this is the one that's actually done in the same fabric as the quilt behind us, which is from Maywood, and it is called Poinsettias and Pine. And you can find this pattern in the November-December issue of Love of Quilting. Is this one out yet? This one is on the newsstands?
I'm not sure. I didn't look at that date. I'm so sorry.
Carrie's going to find out for us. While I grab another quilt from this one. This one is also the cover design.
We have the quilt maker McCalls Quilty and Love of Quilting November-December issues available on the Quilting Company.
Right. Okay, cool. All right. So this is the cover quilt. It is called Decked with Holly, and it is by Carol Hansen. The fabric is from Benartex. And what I love about it is it uses this wonderful border print that just frames it so beautifully. Another cool thing about this quilt before we fold it up is, where's the label? I wanted to show the label.
Oh, yes.
So this is an important thing to think about this time of year as you're making projects, is putting a label with all of the pertinent information so that when you're giving a gift later on down the road, people still know that the quilt was made by you. And you actually had a tip for this one.
I do my name, and let's face it, Lori Baker is a real common name, so I put my city. In Carol's case, she put her company name, so that narrows it down, so there's probably only one Carol Hansen that works at that particular company, but I put my name, the city, the year, and the name of the quilt. If it's something special, I've made it for somebody's high school graduation, that's usually on the label too.
Great. That is a good tip.
We do have one question about the boxes that you shared for your projects.
Oh, sure.
Pat is asking what the containers are called.
Oh, they are called the Iris Scrapbook Case. And like I said, Michaels usually has them in different colors, and I'm almost positive that they are on sale right now for $4 a bin. Other stores just have them in clear. You can also get them on Amazon.
Wherever.
Yeah, wherever.
This fabric is so cute.
I
It
love
just
this
makes me
one.
think of my childhood.
Yes.
It's a real retro looking fabric. My grandma would have made quilts out of things like this. This is the top.
Is it?
Oh, all right,
No.
I lied. I thought I saw all the
This
Santas
one.
facing the same direction, but they
No.
aren't.
So this one is called Santa's Toy Shop, and it is designed by Dolores Smith and Sarah Maxwell, and the fabric is called Swell Christmas, and it is from Moda. And this one is actually in McCalls Quilting. So this is the issue to look for. I just love this quilt.
It also has an advantage of it's all squares and rectangles. It's going to go together really fast.
Agreed. It looks like, you know, this one and this one both look like they are pretty quick.
Yes,
to put
big
together.
quilts, but still will go together quickly.
All right, so next we have got a fun one, also from McCalls. And this one was designed by Denise Arnold, and she's the associate editor here at the Quilting Company. And this is called A Bitty Christmas. It is also in this issue of McCalls. And the cool thing about this project is that we have some really fun smaller projects that went along with it. So the fabric is from Andover.
I do want to point out that Anissa used the stripes very effectively. That was just a piece of the fabric that was striped, and she used a piece here and another piece down here and a different direction for these.
I believe that fabric, oh, leave it here because actually I want to show these two smaller projects. So this one's a little pot holder, or it could be a little decoration just to hang, using the tree block that's right here. Quick and easy. And then we also have this little ornament, but this could also just be a pin cushion.
Yes.
So cute. And it was made with these blocks up here. Cute and easy, and I bet that's super fast to make. Alrighty, so we have a cute little project also from McCalls that is by Jen Daly. She used some little scraps and did some little hand embroidery. This is called, I'm just going to peek behind it, Merry Little Christmas. And again, that one's by Jen Daly and also from McCalls. And then we have a little trio. I'm going to have you help me, Lori, with some of the ornaments that were made. This was a project from all of our staff here. So this one's, I know this one from for a fact is by Erin Russick, who's one of our associate editors.
And this one is Gigi's.
Mm-hmm.
This one is mine.
And I guess this leaves, is this a Anissa's or Trisha's?
I think Trisha's.
Ah, Trisha's. Awesome.
Fun things.
Yeah, just little projects. And the patterns for these are also in McCalls.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
I do have one comment from Anissa's Bitty Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So, Connie Hay Plotch, or Ploke, maybe? She says she loves the birds.
Oh, yeah,
They
very cute.
are.
That is
Just
Andover.
fun.
Yeah. So, all right. So we've got an adorable quilt here from Scott Flanagan. This one is called Christmas Sampler. It is also from McCalls. I think you have the little note there.
Oh, yes, I do. And it's the fabric is from Moda. Scott is a wonderful designer, and he did some fun things with this. He's got stockings and Christmas ornaments and wreaths, and then he decided to make just this little cool thing.
Color option.
Actually, I believe this was Trisha made this. It's got a thick Timtex or something like that in it, so it's very sturdy, and you could prop it up on the mantle. All sorts of fun things, and it's just one of the
blocks.
ornament blocks.
Mm-hmm. Super cute. I also love the quilting that he did in the wreath blocks.
Yes.
Just really, really cute and festive. All right. So now we are getting into Quilt Maker magazine. So this is the issue to look for. I'm getting little threads and lines on my. This one is the issue of Quilt Maker. that I believe is out now on the available on newsstands. And we have several projects from here that are super cute. So the first one is by Erin Russick again. And this one's called Seasons Tweetings.
Erin is on staff here and does just exquisite applique.
I love these little tiny Dresdens used as flowers. They're just so beautiful and so pretty. And I would never have thought to use a Dresden as a flower. But obviously it works perfectly.
Yes, yes.
All right, so next up, I've got a few projects that are small. So in that particular issue of Quilt Maker, we actually plan to do several gifts. And so we have a bunch of very small projects that are really quick and easy. I love this one by Jen Daly. I'll lay them out so that you can see. They are just little snowmen with little twigs for arms. A little bit of whip stitching and a little bit of French knots for the face and some little tiny buttons, and then just a little bit of frayed fabric for the scarf. I imagine that this is really easy to stitch up in about 30 minutes, and the first thing I thought of when I saw these projects was how easy it would be to stitch one up as a little ornament and put it on a bottle of wine as a hostess gift. And so that's what I want to do with those.
Or package decorations for lots of different packages.
Yes.
Ornaments for your tree.
Mm-hmm.
A wreath on the front door. I can picture lots of things.
Yes. All right, so I love making these little clothesline little projects and bowls and trivets and things like this. This project is by Penny Wolff, and what I love about these is that she made little stars. And it's a matter of measuring certain distances on the clothesline, and then you make the little peaks here so that it creates that star. And what's great is that she's done all different sizes, so large trivets, medium trivet, just a plain round one, and then little coasters. If you love to make these like I do, I just think it's Zen sewing. You can stitch these up and as a little gift for a friend.
And I can give you a little hint. I was trying to make a great big one for a rug. I sort of fouled up just a little bit and it started curling up. It makes a great wall decoration as a bowl filled with flowers.
Oh, nice.
Because it's not flat enough to put on the floor.
Well, I think we're all learning that with the jelly roll rugs that you need to
Exactly.
have like a big flat surface to be able to do that. Okay, so these are by Sue. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
I'm guessing Fau.
Fau. P-F-A-U. And these are called Zippy Gifts. And what I love about little projects like this are they're perfect to stitch up a bunch in an afternoon. And you can put little trinkets or gift cards inside.
Or folding money.
Or folding money, exactly, and give them as a gift. Perfect for a teenager,
Oh, yeah.
teacher, your girlfriends.
Yes,
'cause
they're
who doesn't
lovely.
need more little zipped bags? I believe the fabric in this is Wyndham, if I'm not mistaken, but we don't have a note on there, so I apologize. Okay. This is one of my very favorite projects of the whole issue. So this one is called Christmas Crackers. I think this is the top, actually. Let's see. This is the top.
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay. And the designer is Rachel Hayes. What is so incredibly clever about this design is it comes from one of these lovely panels. So what I think is so cool is that we're all going to be looking at panels in a completely different way. How often do you buy one of these panels and then You either make it or you don't, and it sits in your closet. Well, if you buy them in stacks of 6, and we actually have a kit for this on the website if you're interested in making this quilt. This one might be a little bit harder to find because it's an older panel. This basically, you cut it into strips and then cut little triangles. And when you layer all of the layers together and cut through 6 layers, you get 6 triangles that are identical. And so you just kaleidoscope them. And so if you can get close enough to, we can show that this is a block here. And so you'll get these fun little stars. Let's see if we can find one that has a part of a doll somewhere, like maybe here. And you just get these fun little kaleidoscope, adorable hexagons.
Yes. I believe that this little block is her hand.
It does look like her hand right here. Very cute. Now I'm looking at panels in a completely different way.
Yes.
They're just adorable. And what a clever idea.
Oh, yeah.
Now we just have to plan ahead and buy 6 panels at a time. Super cute. All right, so again, that was from Quilt Maker. And finally, we've got a few that are serious sneak peeks because these aren't available yet. So these are from Quick Quilts. Oh, is there a question?
There's just a comment about the previous quilt. The quilt
Christmas crackers?
that it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
What a great idea.
I was wishing that I had bought 6 of the mermaid panels. That was all, though those panels were from Moda, and I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's Stacy, yes, Sue?
Oh,
Something
don't-
like that. Forgive me for butchering the name. But she always has such adorable panels. She had one that was Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, yes.
And then
I
she went and
remember
did a
that one.
mermaid one.
Yep.
So I kind of wish that I had the mermaid one and had 6 of those because that's super cute. All right, so this one is a sneak peek, and you're going to love it. This is from our very own Eileen Fowler, and this is a very large runner.
A bed runner.
Yeah, with Christmas trees on it, made out of log cabins. And this again is Quick Quilts.
Yes, that's correct.
Quick Quilts magazine. And so this one is a very sneak peek because that one isn't out yet.
It's not out yet.
So
And totally
Coming
scrappy.
soon.
A great
Very
way to
scrappy.
use up your green and your ecru cream, whatever
yes,
scraps.
indeed. And I love that she used the center of the block sort of look like Christmas ornaments, and you
Yes.
can use whatever fabrics you like for that one. And finally, I love this one. It is a Hanukkah pattern. Let me see if I got it the right way. So this one is called Nightlights, and it's by Abigail Dollinger. And the fabric is just lovely. Who is the
It's from
fabric?
Northcott.
Northcott. It's just a lovely
Fun.
Hanukkah print.
Fun print.
This one also would be pretty quick and easy to put together, since it's not too big, and I just love it.
Yes.
All right, I think that is all of our trunk show.
We do have one question.
Okay, we're ready.
Let's see. Judy Tressler asks, how do you buy the panels and how much?
You have to buy at least 6 panels, and of course
And the
it's
repeat?
depending on size, yes. And then you
Right.
just stack them all together and make sure that they're even, and then you cut them all together. And that's pretty much it.
And the complete instructions are in that issue of
Yeah,
Quilt Maker.
I believe you can also just get the digital pattern on quiltingcompany.com. Just that, search for Christmas Crackers is the name of that
Right.
pattern. And like we said, there is actually a kit for that one if you want
Yes.
to make the exact quilt.
Yep.
I'm sure we don't have very many of those kits, so if you want it, grab it.
Quick.
Yes. Yes. So does anyone have if you're loving that we're doing the Facebook Lives, please leave us a comment and let us know, because we're trying to decide if we're going to continue doing them. And if you love them, we're happy to do them, and especially love doing the trunk shows to show you a little sneak peek of the quilts that are coming in the magazines. Is there anything else that you can think of that we should tell them about holiday sewing?
Well, we need to talk about the Table Runner ebook.
Yes, almost forgot. So, we have a Table Runner ebook that is coming out next week. It's so hot off the presses, we only have a mock-up of the cover. What's great about this ebook is that it is all winter holiday table runners.
Starting with Halloween, going through and including Hanukkah and Christmas
And Thanksgiving. And just fall.
Yeah, fall. There is one in there
Yes.
that's wonderful leaves.
Leaves, yes. And there's one with corn. Like
Yes, that's right.
the colored corn. So very pretty, quick and easy projects that you can get stitched up in no time.
So look for that one on the Quilting Company website next week.
Yes.
Denise is asking what the quilt is in the back, on the back
Ah.
wall.
This one is Kathy Sawyer's. It's called Bountiful Boxes, and the fabric is from Maywood.
We were discussing this fabric too, about how we love the plaid mixed in with the florals of the poinsettias. It just looks so cozy to me.
Yes, it does. Now, somebody I know is going to be writing a blog that we want to tell them about.
Yes. That would be me.
I knew that.
So if you're just joining us and missed any part of this, you can actually rewatch the Facebook Live or wait until Saturday when the blog post goes live on the Quilting Company. We will embed the Facebook Live,
Right.
and then there will be links to all of the patterns that we talked about today, except for the sneak peeks that don't have links yet to
That's right.
issues. So you'll have to come back for those later, or remind us and leave us a message on Facebook when
Yeah.
you think of it. So
Anissa Arnold is asking which publication is that quilt in behind you?
That one is in Quilting Quickly.
it should be written down on our
Well,
little note.
see, I had a note here that I could look at, but then I moved the sewing machine and the note's gone.
Awesome. Oops. All right, we believe it's Quilting Quickly.
And Trisha's saying, yes, it is.
Tricia says yes, it is. I was about to look behind it and see if we had a little tag. Any other questions or comments?
Lots of praise for what you're doing with Facebook Live and all the quilts that you were sharing.
Yay.
And any comments on my lovely elf shirt?
Your elf/pincushion
/tomato.
not yet. I'm sure we will now.
Lori, I did not realize this was your Halloween costume and you're just going to have little pins sticking out of you. That's really clever.
I haven't figured that out, though. How do we do the pins so they look like pins but don't hurt?
So
Does anyone have
so
any
it's a
ideas?
Christmas outfit /Halloween.
Yes.
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 It
Okay.
should just be a pin cushion. Does
Yes.
anyone have any ideas of how to make little pins that don't poke? Because I think that's a really clever
It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
costume. I was trying to figure out how to make my witch costume more sewing related, since we're allowed to dress up here for our little Halloween party. I was trying to think if maybe I could be a stitch witch or something like that.
Something. Maybe somebody out there in Facebook land has an idea for
I
you.
would love it. If you have ideas, please leave us a comment. Especially how to make little pins that don't hurt.
Yeah. That would be good.
Is that the the outfit that you wore in our last Facebook Live?
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Okay, so they can refer to that to see.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I need something, somehow to make it. I was thinking I could be a binding witch. Oh no, I need a binding fairy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you do.
It's not a fairy
Definitely need a
costume.
fairy.
I actually like the binding part. All right. So as we said, the blog will be live on Saturday, and it will have pictures of the quilts and links to the issues that they are in, and it will also still have an embedded video of recap of this Facebook Live that we did, And anything else?
I think that's all.
All right, great. Thanks everybody for joining us. And please share the video with your friends if you think they'll like some of the quilts that are in these issues. And like we said, let us know if you'd like us to do another one.
Bye now.
Bye.